Ria du Chambret, nonetheless, and welcome to Come Box with Shadi. All right, really good white bra straps, black top, but hey, the season is upon us. Dundham season. Get all your stuff where, you know, all the merch. We got a special guest that I'm excited about. Let me change the banners. Let's get it going. It's baking. These lights, very, very, very hot. Okay, let me just edit and put. Who are we putting in? We're gonna put. Okay, let me put the. I know you guys are. Some of you are still over at Coach Malachi, so you see me go live. He's wrapping up, killing the PBC, may I add. Killing them. Killing Al Heyman. I guess won't like that. Let's go. Right. Ticka, 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 ticka. Okay. Big up Graham Taylor. Big up. You said you was looking forward to this. Tycho TY. All right. I'm introducing. Introducing. Introducing Mr. GIBBS, aka Chulo.
What's up, Lady Sean?
What's up? I'm excited. It feels, even though I see you nearly every day now, it feels weird to see you here.
We're here.
We here.
We're here now.
We're not queer, but we're here for it.
We're here now.
Yeah, we're here now. All right, still have to be, you know, pink hair has to be still on point. Ness, we had a good show today over on your platform, didn't we?
Definitely.
I had fun.
It's always good when you on. People like you over on my area, on my platform.
Some do. You know they're flip-floppers. One day they love me, the next day, depending on the topic, they hate me.
No, that is true. They are flip-floppers.
They are flip-floppers, but that's boxing fans for you anyway. You know, some are flip-floppers. I don't take it personal, too tough anymore. I used to in the beginning, but getting used to it. 9 months in. I'm a newbie. 9 months.
9 months. 9 months.
9 months in. Yeah, 9 months in. I started my channel. Well, it could be 10. I started my channel October 2020. October 2020. Yeah. You
got some good growth then.
Trying. Yeah, we got some slowly but surely. Oh, look, Derek, look, you love me every day over there, don't you, D? I love you too. Thank you. That's really nice. Oh, maybe you're not doing too bad then. Right. People will trickle in. Right. I'm gonna start. Because I've got loads to ask you.
Uh-oh.
Okay. So, Mr. I call you Chulo, but I'll try to keep it professional. Nesta. Okay. So when did you fall in love with boxing?
Oof, man, a long time ago. I remember like watching Tyson movies and just HBO with my dad. I would say like early 80s, you know.
Yeah.
When HBO would have that little theme song, it'd just be like, and that little HBO sign would fly through the streets. I fell in love watching it with my dad, and just kind of stuck with me ever since.
Did you ever box?
I did not box as a professional or amateur. Definitely, we had a gym in our area that I attended and I joined, but I never boxed competitively until an adult.
Yeah. Okay. And because I heard you today saying on the show that you're a heavyweight. If you used to box, you'd be a heavyweight.
I'd be a heavyweight. Yeah.
And you said that you're about a foot and change taller than.
Yeah.
How tall are you, Ness?
6'5".
Oh, you that tall?
Yeah, I just hunch over a lot. I'm in this chair a lot, but yeah, I'm tall.
When you said that, I was like, That would make him about 6'5", and I was thinking, nah, maybe you got it wrong.
You know,
Maybe
my 6'5" though, my 6'5" looks smaller than AJ's. I remember when I met him, like his 6'6", he's so like, you know what I mean? It's just like I'm on a podcast, so he's like wide and like, you know, he's got perfect posture, so he's like really
he's strong.
Yeah, he's strong. He's strong. He definitely had his Flintstone vitamins when he was a kid.
I know, really. Remember those? God, they were foul. Okay, so all right, so you're 6'5". Never ever knew that, Ness. Intriguing, very intriguing. So who was it? So you've already said your childhood favorite fighter. Was that Mike Tyson then?
Childhood favorite fighter, I would have to say it was one of the three, either Tyson, Roy, or Floyd, right? Like those guys were just always so prominent on the network, right? HBO back then, it was really only like HBO and Showtime. So, you know, whoever HBO was pushing or promoting, that's the person that you've seen the most on television. And I feel like Mike and Roy and Floyd were those guys.
They were. I love Floyd Mayweather. Loved him. I did a whole hour special with a co-host on this channel when I first kind of started this channel. Love Floyd. If I'm bored and I want to watch back fights, it's always Floyd Mayweather fights, nearly 9 out of 10 times, all the time. All of them. Love him. But beginning to see different little angles of him now that, you know, that are not too loving, but cool. Not everybody's perfect.
You don't like the business side of Floyd?
Yeah, that's all. Like sometimes he needs to just, you know, like when Suge Knight came, it was on the BT, all up in the videos, all up on the tracks. Like if you come to death row instead of just being like P Diddy. I feel like that he's being a bit P Diddy-ish in boxing.
Yeah, like, I get what you're saying. Like taking a little bit more of the shine than necessary. You're saying. Yeah,
and let your fighters like take some of the shine. Allow Tank to speak more. Allow Tank to. You can still guide him, but Floyd was everywhere. He was mouthy. He used to argue with Larry. He used to argue with people, shut people down. Allow Tank. Maybe that's not in his original personality, but allow Tank to be himself a bit more, and you can guide him. But you know, he did the same thing. Nobody could tell Floyd Mayweather to shut up. So I just like to see more personality out of the fighter that he's you know, guiding. That's all. It'd be nice to see that. And all right, so cool. So how did you start your channel? And what? Because YouTube must have been fresh then, kind of fresher because.
Yeah, you say it, and I'm like, damn, it sounds like old, but it is. It was fresh. It was fresh. It was. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say fresh. You got to give Ellie Setback that credit. I think he started legit in like 07 or something crazy like that. We started in 2012. Our YouTube channel opened up in 2012. Yeah, so it was a lot less competition, if you want to call it that. Yeah. Did you find it easy to grow numbers and to gain traction then? Because even with the monetization, then you didn't need the watch hours. You just needed the 1,000 subs, and then you could monetize, right? Yeah. I mean, I never really learned all the, you know, limitations or, you know, tools that were available to me. Like that first year I gained like 12,000. So
wow,
I was never. That's a lot. I just, you know, we kind of hit hard and grew pretty big. I think for the first 2 years it was like 1,000 subs a month, and then my second year or my third year, I think is where we doubled 24. Then the next month, I mean the next year it was like 36 in that year, and then we started to slow down. I can't. Yeah, it happens, doesn't it? It's starting to pick up. I would say the last 90 days was about 1,000 subs per month.
And then obviously when I came on the show, it picked up as well. You know, I came on.
Absolutely. The Dun season definitely brought a load of subscribers.
You probably lost subscribers with me being on there. Yeah, no, because I was just wondering what the difference is. So do you think it's harder to gain traction now in this era than because there's a lot of people doing the same thing?
Especially, you know, the pandemic, it really just inspired everyone to become a podcaster or a content creator, you know, find their inner ambition and allow it to, you know, come to life during this time off, so to speak. So the bold, the brave, they definitely tried, and it is competition. You know, I never don't consider someone competition. You know what I mean? I look at it, I'm very competitive, so I look at it like fighting. So it's like even the smallest channel is still a prospect that could eventually be a contender, that all of a sudden's a fucking champion if you're not paying attention. So you always got to pay attention to your surroundings, you know, or someone's going to creep up on you and pass you, really. But I think it's healthy too, because it makes you work harder. If you fall into some sort of complacency and you're happy with your own schedule, you're not really watching what someone else do, you automatically assuming you're killing it. And then you start looking at other people like, damn, I didn't know Lady Shan goes this hard. I didn't know she does 2 shows a day. I didn't know, you know, she, whatever the case may be, it can inspire you. That's kind of what I do.
No, definitely working on being on your show. Being on your show. Well, it is working alongside you and whoever else is there. It has showed me some new things, and it has inspired me in certain other ways. Like my mic. You need to stop ragging up. But have you noticed? I don't know what it sounds like with you here on StreamYard. It's not really. I don't have a mic.
No, I mean, again, I'm an audio quality snob, so you still sound in an empty room. But the thing is, like, if there is no one else other than you and I, the probability is lower that you get any feedback. So you do sound all right, but again, it isn't as deep when you're talking into the mic.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna have it all. Don't worry. So you put me up on that. I did have a mic for StreamYard, and then everybody was like, you couldn't really notice the difference too much. So I just took it out. So I never ever put it back in until I came on your show. But yeah, I should be up on audio. I'm an artist, so I don't know, but I probably got a bit lazy. But yeah, being on your show definitely shows me different, like the Skype thing. It's interesting that you use Skype, and the quality is very good as well. Like the transmission quality, I never see it pixelate, or you know, and when I watch it back sometimes it looks perfect. So yeah, I'm learning new things.
It's old but reliable is what I like to say. But I mean, I use it because the streaming software that I prefer is dependent on it.
Yeah.
I did contact the company thinking, especially with COVID and the emergence of all these new podcasters, Zoom really blew up. To me, Zoom is new. I feel like in the last 2 years, because of COVID, Zoom capitalized and they made all these conference calls happen, and they've become the new thing. But Skype has been around forever, so it's reliable. I feel like people think it's a little weird because it's not new. You know, whenever something isn't new, it's old, and if it's old, it's allegedly not good.
No, you told me that it's actually very good. So yeah, I'm down for it. Zoom, I can use Zoom. It's cool. I was using Zoom in the pandemic when I was talking to people a lot. A lot of people were podcasting from Zoom. The quality's good as well. But once we cottoned on to StreamYard and how interactive it was, everybody was just like, yeah, StreamYard. So we just went with StreamYard. But yeah, differences. Everybody's got preferences. What works for one works for. Would you ever try StreamYard? Have you ever tried StreamYard?
Yeah, I mean, not for myself, but I have, been on interviews where the hosts use StreamYard. I mean, it seems pretty much the same, you know.
Yeah. It's not. I don't see much difference, to be honest. Okay, so if you could change or adapt anything about your channel now, what would you change? Grande o un poquito? Ya tú sabes.
Adapt.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I would adapt. What I would change, I guess.
Yes, if anything you could do, like, and it didn't matter about money or whatever, what would you load on into your channel's arsenal?
Oh, I would. If it didn't have to do with money, I would want in studio. You know, I would rather you be here not here, but a studio that looks good, and my panelists and or guests can physically be in the room, kind of like Joe Rogan, maybe. You know, Joe Buttons.
Yeah.
You know, Howard Stern. Some those type of setups. Even Breakfast Club, I would love something like that. You know, that
you'd be good with that.
That's what I dream of. Is the studio.
Yeah, you'd be good with that kind of joke because it's similar now. Like that's your use for all
you guys here. I just need you guys here. That's what I think. That's, you know, one, all my hosts are remote, and two, if that ever came true, I would have to like be flying people. So I need a legit network, so to speak, to cover, I guess, the expenses of your guests, because now you got guests on and you got to fly them in or put them up in a hotel, unless it works and you're in a city like LA or New York that you can just get them in when they're in town.
Yeah, I'm used to being flued out because I'm an artist. I see when I come on your show, all the guys want me to fly myself out and then talk to me. It's like, I don't know where they're coming from. It's funny though. They're hilarious. I had someone today say, "Oh, I heard you say that you've got Ness is your side guy now, and other YouTube boyfriends." And he goes to me, he sent me a message, big up Double A. He said I could shout him out, big up Double A. He said, "Listen, I want to work my way up to be your mandatory."
Yo, you gotta love his boxing knowledge though. The way he snuck that in, the mandatory.
Loved it. I was like, that is swag. I love that. Yeah, I love that. But yeah, so shouts out to him. So you know, with your schedule, so you go out nearly twice a day. More, I know that is funny, right, Derek? I know, massively funny. You go out twice a day. How does that affect like your day-to-day life? Because I know this is a job. How does it affect your day-to-day life, your family life, and sleep?
Honestly, it doesn't affect. I treat it like a job a long time ago. I told myself, like, because, you know, as a business owner, you can get, again, complacent, and you're like, oh, well, I'm making X amount of dollars. I'm only working X amount of hours, and, you know, you're content. But if you want to keep growing, you want to keep breaking down walls, you know, you got to hustle. You got to work. The more interviews I do, the more big names I have on the show, the more possibility I have for people to find that episode, which would then help them find that channel and podcast. So, yeah, I mean, once I went full time, I decided I needed to go full time, really, so that I'm not sitting around wasting time.
Yeah.
You know, like, because people go to work for 8 hours on average, and that's not their business. So why wouldn't I put 8 hours into my business to help it grow?
True.
And that's what I've been doing. It doesn't affect me. My children are pretty old. My youngest is 13.
How many kids you got?
I got 4.
How many step kids do I have?
Oh, yeah, I got 4.
No, you can't laugh. It's a joke.
I got 3 grown ones and 1 going on grown, you know. So it doesn't really affect. It doesn't really affect because, you know, I just get in here like it's my day job. I get in here in the morning, I got my coffee, I do my couple of hours, I go out to lunch, spend time with the family. Most of the time I can have lunch with my family too, and come back at it on whatever evening show I have scheduled, if that, because not every night I do night. Just Monday, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. Okay, a lot of
every day. No.
But you know, it's not work when you love it.
Yeah, I know.
Look, I could be in the bed and like watching TV, but on my phone and seeing something on Twitter, and I'm like, damn, I need to be doing a show on this. I really, really, genuinely love it. It's not a chore or a job for me. It's truly a passion.
Is there any days that sometimes you wake up and go, oh, I'm going to cancel the show today?
Very rarely. Listen, if I cancel, you know, I've had emergency come up.
Yeah.
Or I'm genuinely having an off day. Like I argued with my girl or something.
Yeah.
And I just can't shake that negative energy to be on the show. But other than that, like I never want to cancel. Even with bad weekends where you know there's not good fights, you can always find a couple sexy headlines and articles out there to talk about.
Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, no, I salute you guys that do the shows every day. Like I find it drains me. I love doing it. Like after I do your show, that I'm tired.
You need to sleep, right?
I'm tired because we're taking calls. We're going back and forth. I'm looking in the chat. I'm doing the chat. It's a lot of mental energy. It's like, yo, I'm tired, but yeah, it's a good tired though. And it's if I didn't like it, if I didn't want it, I wouldn't do it. So, like you said, it doesn't feel like a chore. But sometimes I'm not gonna lie. I'm very much on the US circuit. So I be staying in you guys' time zone a lot. So it affects my sleep. Mm-hmm. Where at one point I was literally getting like 3 hours of sleep a day because I'd be on panels, the US panels, there's 5 hours behind, 6 hours behind, and sometimes LA 8 hours behind. Man, it ran me until I got quite sick. So and I was warned, you're gonna get sick. I'm like, no. And I had to reprogram my whole body to try and be on UK time because it was getting a bit wild. But I'm more float around in the US scene, which I find it's quite funny. I don't know how that happened, but I think when I first got introduced on the scene in the boxing community, it was with all the Americans. I don't know why. It's like, come to this channel. So I'm not. Oh, hail up black and brown. So yeah. So I feel, I grew up in the US as well, so it's comfortable for me anyway. But it's just the time zone difference. Sometimes it's like it's a bit wild. But that's why your show is good for me as well, because it puts me in a bit of a routine. Because I know, more or less, I have to get up, be ready, and be on Nessa's show, but 2 p.m. my time. Get up, get ready, and instead of like procrastinating and then starting my day at like 6 in the evening and then going to sleep 6 a.m. So I thank you for that, for allowing me to be on your show. It's given me some kind of structure.
No, it was actually my listeners recommended. It's like, I asked the question and they said you. So I said, send me her Instagram and it's history.
Funny, I know. I was like, it's wild, isn't it, how the universe works? But yeah, sometimes they get it right. Sometimes
the internet has definitely made the world smaller, so to speak,
It's made it tiny. There's 6 degrees of separation. Like everybody know everybody.
Honestly, because like a month ago, I didn't know who you were. And now I get you on my show. And like every other day, I can see your eyes looking at someone that I got on. And it's like, oh, wait, they know each other already. I'm thinking I'm going to introduce you and you and the person already know each other. And I'm like, well, where have I been at?
How I never seen. Yeah, that's happened a couple of times on your show for real. I usually know everyone that's already on there, to be fair, but it's all good. I know Biz. Today's show was good. I know Biz. I always speak to Biz. We said like we'll message each other, or I'll ride with him on his live by in the comments, super chat, whatever. Like I watch his show a lot, so we always talk. He talks to me through the TV, be like, "Oh, Lady Shann's in the building." But this is the first time that we like chopped it up. And big shout out to Showbiz. He's just posted a clip on. We laughing at you because you were capping today, so he posted the 2 clips. I was like, "Yeah, Nessa's capping." I know. I said, that's why you left, because Ness, like, we'll get on to that, Ness. El Capitan, Cape Verde, Cape Town, Superman. But I love it. We wouldn't change you, Ness. Ness, you wouldn't be that if you wasn't how you are. Ness, do you ever apologize, by the way? And do you ever say sorry? Ness, are you ever a nice guy? Are you ever nice?
I have apologized before in the past, and I don't mind apologizing. I feel like when I'm wrong, I always say I'm wrong.
I ain't seen it yet, but anyway, I'm new, but so I'll have to wait. Guys, stand by. If Ness does an apology on the show, I'll cut it and put it in a clip. I'll post it, and you'll all be able to see it as receipts.
Yeah.
Big up Black and Brown. Okay, do you ever feel that? Because I get told a lot. Well, not a lot, by some people. I feel like some people are really sensitive. You know, I can get triggered. You've seen it. But sometimes people tell me, you be mean. Do you get told that you're mean?
Nah, you know, they call me worse names than mean.
Yeah, I know, but we just
I probably get all other stuff other than mean. So I don't know. I mean, I think I guess they use synonyms for mean.
FUNG.
You know, a bunch of stuff, you know.
Wow. And how did because I found when I first started coming on YouTube, and then, you know, people will get at you, pick at you. At first, you go through, you could have like 25 really good comments. We love you there. You said this that we agree with. We support you. And you'd see this one comment that was just bad, and it would just fuck up your whole day. I've learned, and then you're battling back and forth with losers in the chat.
I never done that. See, I was telling was it Maestro. I don't do the diss videos or the like all on the chatting and you know, like you don't like me, you ain't gonna like me. Nothing I say is gonna change your mind. So I'm not about to feed into it and go back and forth with you, especially not the comic section. I mean, again, I've come up through that Mayweather Pacquiao era, so you got to see, you know, at the height what a Flomo fan is and what a Pac-Tard fan is, and then they're nasty.
I heard about that.
Yeah, no, I'd rather not be in the middle of a YouTube comment battle or back and forth. I just keep it moving, keep uploading. Horse blinders.
Yeah, just keep it. I'm learning that, like, but sometimes, yeah, I get some persistent. I got trolls that follow me. I don't know how they find out what channel I'm appearing on, even if the channel doesn't say we've got. They there before I'm there. Like, I get there and they're like, yo. Right, and
waiting for you.
Yeah, they're there before me, and I'm just like, and I could go to 5 different channels, they will be there just to troll me. And that used to really, when I first came onto the scene, and I came on like Pet Talk UK, so it was quite a big platform, and then I would see the trolls in the chat, like what I did on your show the other day. I would be like, you know what, fuck you. I'd do that mid-show, like, you, Andrew, you can fuck off, because I was like that. Getting better at it. But man, I'm one person, like, leave me alone, innit? If you're nice to me, I'm the nicest person. If you're mean to me, I'm meaner. Like, so it depends what me you want to get. I'll just mirror what you give me. And I just don't understand why people just will follow you around to troll you. It's just ridiculous because of a change in or difference of opinion. Just say I'm capping. Keep it respectful. CHANN, that's cap. XYZ. I get death threats. I get death threats daily. On my Instagram, death threats. I get death threats on my. You could go on my channel thing, and you'll probably see I get guns, bullets. Yeah, everything.
Who'd you piss off? What fan base is it?
Moving on. This is what I'm gonna get. This is what I'm gonna talk about. The fan base is dun dun dun. Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder fan.
Deontay Wilder. So you got some Wilder fans coming for you.
Yeah, they send death threats aplenty. Death threats aplenty. The most sickening fan base in the world. If I wanted to like that boxer, I couldn't just because of the fan base. They make me sick. They make me gag. Sometimes they make me throw up in my mouth. And then I have to swallow it. Yeah, sometimes I have to swallow it. I might be on air. Sorry. But you got time to get up and swallow that shit. But anyway, yeah, they make me sick. Nurse is like, Shan is wild. Oh, hang on. Contragolpe. Big up Cow Punch Boxing News. Hi, Curty. Es esposo número uno.
Uh-oh.
He's my husband of YouTube. Sorry, that's my husband of YouTube.
Yeah, so there's a lot of titles there. There's the the side boo, the YouTube bae, the YouTube husband. Oh,
yes, yes, also. I got two husbands. So I got Kurt, and then Anthony Joshua is a kind of fantasy husband. Okay. So yeah, we always have that. Thank you for the $20 super chat.
Have you ever met AJ?
No, this is the funny thing. I know where to find him. I know I've been told where to go, and he will take the interview. But it was just lockdown was a lot. We just kind of. He's not even in London now. He's in Sheffield, and that is about 4 hours away from where I live. So I don't do the. I can't do the let's go everywhere with the camera. I just don't got time for it. I just want one place. We'll go there. When he comes back down to Finchley, London, I will. But I wanted people to realize that I can meet AJ, and everybody calls me a fangirl, but I'm not going to meet him on purpose. So you guys can just see me. So you don't think, look, I can go and meet AJ. I've been told, but I put it just on hold just for a minute because I want to do what I got to do, and then I'll go and meet him. I didn't want to go and rush meet him. It's always professional. He looks lovely, but it's always professional. I kind of wanted to. He knew my old manager, so yeah, he knows who the Shamster is. But shouts out AJ. I will be coming to a gym near you at some point, but let him get over his Usyk fight, and then we'll do that. So yeah. But so we're going to talk about Deontay Wilder now. That's what we're going to do. My good old pal. So your relationship with Wilder, how did that transpire? Big up Lisa Bales in the building. $10 super chat. Big up my sister. I love you, sis. You are the best.
So transpire, you mean
how did that start?
Man, I don't know. It's been so long now. It's just, interviewing him at the fights. He's a PBC fighter, so even before PBC, but he was just always a big name, so to speak. Whether it was when he first started, and it was like you expected him to get to that level. So yeah, I mean, I think it's when he had that red blazer. It was a while ago. It was a long time ago, for real. You know what I mean? But yeah, it started like any other relationship. We clicked, and you can tell right away that it was not regular interview. Like, he just gave me more access, and he was willing, so to speak. Because some aren't. They're very standoffish, or have their guards up. They don't know whether or not what's your intentions. So so yeah, it was something like that, I guess.
Okay, yeah. Let me just make this clear. It's true. It's not for all Wilder fans are. I mean, it's the extremist ones, the fanboys of any fighter. Fanboyism is just dead. You can be a fan of whatever fighter you want to be. That's never a problem to me. I ain't trying to make my favorite fighter your favorite fighter and stuff. I can appreciate everybody's got favorite fighters. It's just when it goes to the extremists in anything, religion, wrong. Boxing, wrong. Any sport, when it becomes fanatical is when it becomes illogical and crazy. So thanks, yeah, guys. I'll just clear that up. So you know, when I spoke to you in the show today, I said, so what was the meltdown? And you had your good old meltdown. And you said I said it about 4 times or 5 times or 50 times.
Tried 20.
Yes, and then I did another 5 just for good measure.
I mean, I guess it's gonna get labeled the meltdown because I reacted to a situation publicly. So
yeah, come on, you gotta say the situation. Because I covered the Colbert story. I covered it, and then I used that snippet of you before even knowing I was even gonna know you, which is crazy. As a snippet of what happened.
I'm just gonna forever believe what I believe. You know, we're all in this business in one way or another.
Ness, you're gonna talk not in code. Like just normal.
I'm just saying we're all in this business in one way or another. So at one point or another, you are told something that you can't say forward, or that you have to hold close to you because of a relationship. Mm-hmm. We've all been in that situation.
Well, I ain't.
So because of that, I will never believe anything other than what I know, anything other than what I was texted and told, and what transpired with me physically. Mm-hmm. You know, in terms of my interview with Chris Colbert.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna go for just in case people don't know it, because I don't. Ness is trying to talk. You see the lines on my paper. He's trying to talk in the in between bits. Like you try, like people. Not everybody knows the story, so let me just give y'all a quick breakdown. So Chris Colbert did an interview, and Ness was the you put it. You was the interviewer, right? And he joined up with Fight Hype and they broadcast it, right? So Chris Colbert, you guys have all been on my channel, got me like one of the highest views. I got like 5.5 thousand views just for like 5-minute clip, because everybody had it taken down, and I managed to keep a little recording, thank God, but I didn't record the whole thing because I just thought it was still going to be there. Then it got taken down, and there was a lot of people that came to my channel and said, oh, I haven't even seen so I posted it. And everybody came like and watched the 5 minutes. But so Chris Colbert basically said that, you know, just his opinion that on that Fury, he feels that Fury would beat Deontay Wilder, and all of the excuses were silly and what etc. 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 Now, I didn't know Ness then, so I already said the guy that was interviewing him was trying to absolutely defend Wilder. Like, it wasn't just like, what you think? Like, you know, you was like, yo, you really think that? And like, do you understand? So I made that clear in my commentary, and then all of a sudden it just went. this big debacle happened. Everybody was getting, even smaller channels was getting like, take down your stuff of Wilder because we be looking at the stuff that you talk about Wilder and we don't want you to talk about Wilder. Anyway, I know some of my friends' channels, some people's channels are getting copyright strikes or and their shit taken down, all because of this. So then it comes up, there's a clip that comes up for you of you going like, Deontay, like that, you're like, what the fuck, like XYZ, and they're like, yeah, but who are you talking about? Like, and you're like, Deontay Wilder. So are you saying that? You're
hilarious when you do your American accent, but go ahead.
You love it, don't you? You basically are saying that Deontay Wilder, did he directly text you, Ness, and say, take that shit down? Or did he get someone from his team to ask that to be taken down? I just want to be clear, because from then I need clarity to live the rest of my life.
I mean, it's the same thing I've been saying, man.
Go ahead.
When did Al Heyman stop becoming part of the team? When someone can tell me that, then, you know, Nesta made it up. Until then, you know, I know what I was told, by who I was told, and what I was asked to do. Now, I didn't have to take it down if I didn't want, right? If I want to be on the outside, if I want to be blacklisted or alienated or just completely shut down, which we all know is possible.
Why do you care?
Huh? Why do I care?
Because don't you think you're surpassed?
Because you gotta you never surpass. You never surpass, and because you gotta play the game. You gotta play the game or you won't be in it. It's just
I don't agree, Ness.
A lot of people don't, but the people that employ you to, you shouldn't have did that. You should have left it up, freedom of speech and all that. They're there right there. They're there for that day. Are they still here today? Have they been watching you and I for the last month? You'll never know. You know, that's like putting a battery in your back. Yeah, do this, do that. But are you really gonna be there? You know what I mean? So it is what it is. It's not the first time though. You see, that's a whole. It's not the first time that I get asked to take a video down.
Yeah, but from Wilder's team, not that was a different.
It's not the first time that I get asked to take a video down from Wilder's team.
But what was a video? But as far as to my knowledge, you guys were always cool. So any video that you did wouldn't have been degrading Wilder. It wouldn't have been.
It wouldn't have been degrading Wilder. But you don't. The video don't have to be discrediting or degrading anybody. It could just not be the right look. Remember, I was there for Billy Joe. Mm-hmm. My camera was rolling. My video was up. All of a sudden, it was down. I guess that wasn't him either. You understand?
Don't contact me to tell you to take that.
People gonna believe what they want to believe, and I'm just a regular dude. So in their eyes, I'm breaking down their superhero, their favorite fighter. You know, because he said he would never tell no one to take a video down. They're gonna believe that, but he and I both know he told me to take the Billy Joe video down. He and I know he told me not to have certain people on my show if I wanted to keep having him on. It is.
You're never going to get him on your show now that I'm on there.
I mean, I understand that, but this is, you know, look, this is what you guys want to hear about. I mean, it's like I interview everybody and they want to hear about Wilder. He's just polarizing. You know what I mean? So when you say anything you regret or you would do over, yeah, it would be that. I wouldn't do whatever the fuck I did to piss him off and be on the outside.
Yeah, but what did you do to piss him off to be on the outside? Is it because of the
I mean, listen, there's so many things I don't know because he never pointed it out to me, but it could be so many things, right? Like I watched the fight live with my audience and you can hear me saying, stop the fight. So maybe it's that, you know.
Is that when the relationship went, that's when you realized that he wouldn't reply to texting?
I don't know. I don't know.
No, but the timeline after that is that when you realize he's not texting me back. Or
Nah, because we text and you know, I had a trip planned to see him during the pandemic. I remember the pandemic being more serious in New Jersey than it was in Alabama. Mm-hmm. You know, when he had gave me the green light to go, and obviously I didn't go because of the pandemic, you know. Travel was just more difficult back then, and it was like in the heart of the pandemic. Now I think we're like 2 years already removed from that, or working on its second year of COVID. But yeah, I mean, he's just polarizing. You know, people are.
Yeah, what made you know he wasn't talking to you by then? So you were supposed to go in the pandemic. What made you know all of a sudden he's not talking? Was it lack of response when you did reach out?
I got very provocative titles, Shan. All I could do is assume, you understand? Because it's not like he ever said, yo, you did XYZ, or yo, why are you doing XYZ? I just got one day to the next. You in, you out.
And do you miss that kind of friendship that you had with him to be in?
I mean, who's not gonna miss being friends with the heavyweight champ of the world, right? Like at the end of the day, no matter, and that's the thing, everybody views him differently. Like to you, he probably wasn't ever a champ, but you know, for Americans and for me as a content creator, you gotta imagine, right? To erase Wilder from it and just put heavyweight champ, right? So you as a content creator, like you said, if you go and you meet up with AJ and y'all hit it off, and every time you like, AJ, I could come through, he's like, yeah.
I get that more now that you use that analogy.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's just the truth. Like, regardless of whether you want to admit that you miss it or you don't miss it, it's Wilder. It's AJ. You know? Like, you know, like if I had access to AJ the way I had to Wilder, I'd probably be a bigger YouTube channel.
Yeah.
AJ has more of a global fan base, or at least one on the internet, right? Like
on the internet, but yeah. So if okay, so with the Wilder thing, so if AJ reached out to you at one point, or you reached out to AJ to get an interview, and then you go and meet AJ.
Honestly, I think that bridge is burnt, but I could play that game
just in case. But you know, things always stranger things have happened, and he's just like, you know what? I thought you was this type of guy before, but like, and then you guys really kicked it and got on with each other. And AJ said, anytime you want, man, like you're one of the limited. I know you've come from that side, but you know, you're a good dude, and I know certain things don't always pan out. You can come through whenever you want. And here's my number, whatever. You worked up to that way. He's not just dishing out everything. Would you feel that you're being disloyal to Wilder, or would you fall back?
It's gonna look like that regardless. It's gonna look like that regardless. When I went and walked out Fury, people thought they questioned my loyalty. You understand? It's always gonna look a certain way to a certain person, and if you got malice and negativity in your heart, then you always gonna look at a situation negatively. You know, but again, me, if you get AJ, I'm looking at you as inspiration because you're a content creator ultimately, and I'm looking at it like, yo, Shan did it, I can do it. Shan did it, I can fucking do it. So I'm not gonna hate on you and say, oh, Shan is now with AJ because Wilder kicked out. Like, no, you on your grind. You lost one champion, you got another one. You grinded. But people don't look at it like they'll be like, oh, Ness ain't loyal. Look at him, he with the other side now. It's like,
well, I put you up on my thing that you was coming and someone said, no wonder Wilder dumped him. Look who's got like took him like how's he going to interview with her? Like, because they label me the Wilder hater everywhere I go.
And that's the thing. That's the thing. Like, I often think that it isn't me, right? I have the whole boxing industry knows. I mean, I'm one of the first content creators in the boxing to have a Patreon, and you know, I'm pretty sure that everybody in boxing knows I'm coming with these 20, 30 questions from other people in the world, and I don't change them. You know, if you go back through the years I've interviewed Wilder, whatever Dillian or whatever a Dillian White fan had to say, oh, it's been 600 days. It's been 1,000 days. Why are you ducking? I would read those questions the way they came in. I wouldn't, oh, champ, look, I mean, this guy, I'm sorry, but he said, no. Shan said, it's them season. Why you ducking AJ? Like, you know what I'm saying? So even in the last camp, Wilder had to tell one of his own people's like, nah, Ness is good. He can ask me questions because they wanted him focused. So like when I was on the ring and I'll start my interview, because normally when he shadow boxes or he's stretching, I try to get all my questions out there while he's still on the ring, just doing regular shit. But then someone was like, yo, chill, you can't, you know, I'm like, you know me, I'm like, oh, my bad. I ain't trying to ruffle no feathers. I could wait. You feel me? But Wilder seen it, he's like, nah, you can ask me whatever. I run the camp. I'm like, all right, well, let's go then. You know, but someone didn't want me to say anything at that moment. So, you know, you just go off of their energy, you know, and things change too. So I mean, you got to take it one day at a time. Look at Earl. You know what I'm saying? I never thought, like, Earl is the biggest anomaly to me. I never thought that Earl would get mad because I'm telling the world he's gonna beat someone. Like,
who did he get mad about that? What someone was that? What fight was that?
The Mikey fight. I wasn't as excited as the rest of the world because I felt like I knew what we were gonna get.
Yeah.
But I guess now in retrospect, I can see how maybe Earl interpreted it as, if you rocking with me, every fight's a big fight. Or if you, you know, and I get that. But like, at what point is it okay to tell the truth? Or is it never okay to tell the truth? And is every relationship in danger of existing if you tell the truth?
We spoke about this on your show, and you said, when we said, like, when I asked you a question about who did you think was going to win something, which fight, and you went, "Oh, Shan, I'm not going to say because it just
I've lost relationships."
Shit. And I was like, when you said that, I was just like, man, this is whack, this whole fucking boxing shit then, because I just say the truth, that what I feel is the truth. And I've always been like, I grew up going to Catholic school. When the priest would tell me stuff from the Bible, I would question the priest and say, okay, so Jesus is the Son of God. So when Jesus was in the wilderness and he prayed to God, was he and then you say he's the Holy Spirit, the Holy Trinity. So was Jesus praying to himself then? They'd be like, Chanel, get out of the class. Like, because instead of just saying, I don't know, like, I don't know, yeah? I've always questioned stuff because that's how I find out knowledge. And I've always said my opinion. And to come into this, and when you said that, you can't say, and I've heard other content creators say, we got to stay on the fence because, they got to do interviews.
I mean, but look how successful Coogan is. And he doesn't give predictions. So he stays on the good graces of every fighter. Win or lose, he never picked. Win or lose. Ellie Setback does the same thing. Win or lose, they never pick. Win or lose, you're the superstar. Every time Ellie starts an interview, superstar, Lady Shan. Like, yeah. So you never fall in the eyes of those content creators, and so you're in a comfortable space. But if you're gonna come to the real, it's gonna be a laundry list of shit, and that's what you was gonna get with me. Like, yo, so there was really an Egway? Where is it? Why'd your brother say the word autopsy? What happened? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I was gonna get onto that.
You can ask those questions, but like, if you aren't on a channel like that, or someone that wants to know the truth is just gonna be like, "What's up, King?"
It's fake. So you basically have to become a yes man who he's got around in his team. But
you see, for you is he, for me is not he. For me is just the sport. Like, it's the sport. You like, listen, I got given that sparring with Belanga. I didn't record it. It wasn't me. I wasn't there. You understand? So.
I mean, it wasn't you. You wasn't there. You were sparring. You was there.
No, but I didn't record Edgar Belanga getting dropped by Erickson Lubin.
Yeah.
As a media outlet, I was given that, like, you get things leaked to you purposely, by accident, whatever the case may be. That shouldn't affect your relationship with the fighter. Like, because I leaked the footage or because the footage was given to me to put out, that doesn't mean I like you any less or more. But for Belanga, it's like, yo, you can't interview with me no more.
Yeah.
So it's like, hold up. So it's like, hold up. Are you mad that I told that everybody seen you got dropped? Or you mad that you got dropped? Or you mad that I was the one that was given the video of you getting dropped? Because what you really mad at? Did it happen or not? Did I do it or not? So how am I to blame? First of all, I can't record. So someone gave it to me.
Because you're sparring. Yeah, exactly.
But someone gave it to me. So you need to check your circle. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, they just, fighters in general, it's not any one. Fighters in general put the blame on you because it's the easy way, no matter what it is.
Yeah, but then see, this is because I'm not in your space, so I don't like to sometimes talk for something that I'm not experiencing. But I would just like to think that, see me, because I'm quite a loyal person. So if I build up a certain relationship with you, say a fighter, and I spar and he gets dropped or whatever, I see him in the sparring getting dropped, and I haven't recorded it, cool. But you're my guy. But then somebody sends me the fight, my guy getting dropped, why would I then put it out on my channel? Why wouldn't I go to my guy like, heads up, this has been leaked, don't know, it's an in-house thing from your camp, but I've got it here, look, that's it. Why would you put it out?
So the answer to that is everyone knows that sparring went to everybody. That was not a mistake. It got leaked to everyone. It's not a coincidence. Everyone checks their inbox.
Yeah.
And they got a mysterious email with a video of Edgar Berlanga getting dropped.
But why did you have to post it? Why?
Everyone posted it. That's the thing. Everyone.
That's the difference. You don't have to. If that's your guy.
So that's the thing, though. So we dealing with feelings and emotions.
No, we're dealing with
yes, because this is boxing. You do get hit, and when you get hit, you might go down.
Yeah, we know.
So why is it embarrassing?
No, but it's not. What I'm saying is, my mum always says this saying: not every invite you must attend. Just because you get invited to 10 parties don't mean you have to go to all of them, right? Sometimes, like, let everybody else do stuff. But if you care about a relationship, maybe if you saw Wilder get dropped in sparring and you didn't record it, and someone sent you even though you saw it with your own eyes, but you didn't record it, and then someone sent you the clip, would you have gone and put that out on your channel? No.
I did. Listen, I put the twerk video out. That's what I'm saying. Like,
oh, thanks. I like that.
Videos are all over the internet. You can't single out one person. Like, even if they only released it to you, like you said, you recorded mine. It's that simple. Like, even if you're the only one to get it, once it ignites fire and people start sharing that video, like, yo, Shan got this video, I'm recording it. It's just like a tweet. We take screenshots because we know.
No, that's fine because that's like public. But
that's what that was. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, it wasn't exclusive where they was like, here, Lady Shan, this is just for you. Nah,
yeah, everybody got it.
Everybody got it at the same damn time. Maybe one or two of us got it 10 minutes before the other one. And that's probably because the way the email came, but like everybody got it. Everybody got it. And anyway, the reason I bring it up is because Berlanga didn't get mad. Top Rank got mad.
Okay, with you.
So I get a call from Top Rank like, oh, so this is what boxing news is now. And I'm like, well, yeah, go look at your Instagram. Matter of fact, here's the Instagram link. You said Jared Anderson and Tyson Fury is pay-per-view worthy. And if y'all could sell it, it'd be worth pay-per-view to buy those rounds of them sparring. So here you are telling the world how intriguing this sparring is. What's the difference between me showing the world how intriguing that sparring was? You know,
right.
It's just about your feelings. It's more about, oh, that's my fighter. That's my investment. That's my fighter's image. But it's not really about, oh, friends or no friends or why would you? It's just they dealing with feelings and emotion. It's a boxing sport. I'm getting paid to get punched in the face, but I don't want you to say I got punched in the face. Like,
in sparring, maybe not.
Carlos stopped talking to me because I was slightly critical in the Austin Trout fight. I mean, you won that fight. You won that fight. But, and this is what I'm saying, how you not emotional, right? You all the way from Houston. I'm all the way from New Jersey. We meet in New York. I come out the elevator. There you go. It's like, I shouldn't be on your mind like that. Like, I should, like, whatever I said about your fight ain't that serious.
No, it's not that deep, man.
It is for them. It is. They was physically about to beat us up right there. Like, they go to box. They whole Texas crew about to jump. I'm like, word? Like, you won the fight. You know you won the fight, right? Like, you got to be. That's why I said you can't even pick no more. It's not even worth picking. It's not even worth picking who you think gonna win because you lost a friend or you lost an acquaintance or you lost a possible interview or an entire relationship. God forbid it's an Adrian Broner. Now you can't interview Broner. You can't interview Robert Easter. You ain't gonna get the CEO Rajon Littlejohn. You ain't gonna get the bantamweight, what's his name, Rashid Warren, and whoever else they got because they clicked up. And now if he don't like you, they can't like you. This
like what's happening to Fred right now with like Fred's been told by Floyd Mayweather fighters are not to interview with Fred.
And that's a real thing, though. That's a real thing. Like, yeah, I get it. I see him say, "Oh, you know, I'm bigger than that," and you see they still come. But like, why would you want to have that constant battle, though? I'm not trying to go against Floyd and his machine. Like, I don't want that problem. You know what I'm saying?
I might see things a bit different. I don't know if it's that it's no wrong or there's no right way. I come from the world of music, innit? And like blackballing and stuff like this happens. My thing is, sounds so corny, but you know, if you walk with God, you know, nothing can, like, bruv, if you think that you can disrespect me or treat me a certain way because you feel that you give me parts of this job, I will burn down this bridge and make a next to tomorrow. I don't care that much because I know I walk with the Most High. So you're not going to be able to treat me like shit. You're not going to negate what my mum taught me going in life, that you feel you could treat me like shit and just because there's relation. Burn that. The whole bridge, burn down. New bridge, mech. 2 new bridges, mech. Gone. Walk over. And burn it back down so you can't follow me. That's just how I think.
Yeah.
Wrong or right, but I did it in life. I did it, man, and I'm still here. I couldn't give a fuck. I appreciate, because I know what I bring to the table. Sometimes I am the fucking table. Yeah? And you're not going to make me see that I'm anything less than the table out here. And I'm loyal. And like I said, if you treat me, I'm going to go my best and beyond and above and beyond for you. But there's no way that I'm taking disrespect. You see me on your show, I spaz. I don't care about this one that don't like me. Bob Aaron chat shit. I'll tell Bob Aaron, you know what? I see you say this on this show, and I see you say that on this show. Bob, I think you're a liar. Yeah, I've got my truth out. I don't care if Bob Aaron never chats to me again. He ain't gonna be here that long anyway. But I wouldn't care if he never, I wouldn't care if he never chats with. No, but we're just dealing with time. We never know what happens. Like touch wood, but you know. Just dealing with biological, he's not really, you think he'd be nicer on his way out, like, so yeah, all right. This is like, you've gone too far. I can't wait for the show tomorrow. Shan, you gone too far. So what I'm saying is, Ness, yeah, like I get what you're saying, and I'm learning a lot from what you say and how you move. But just my little advice from me to you, yeah? And you may not care about my advice. Bruv, sometimes don't care. We burn down bridges, you know, and we make new ones. That's what we do. The end. Not every bridge we have to burn, but sometimes, bruv, a couple of, you know, you get casualties of war. It's not fair sometimes. Why do you got to be the casualty of war? Because they feel that they're giving you a favor. You know what? People always see what's real in the end. And you burn down that bridge and you keep on marching. I promise you it don't go wrong. I promise. That's just my advice, Shan to Chulo. That's all. Because what you do in the game is amazing. Your work ethic is amazing. And if, like, I'd be damned if anybody's going to come and try and trample on my parade because I'm not kissing your ass or I'm saying even a semi-little opinion. We burn that bridge down and we keep it moving because you're going to be retired soon and we got the new crop and you bring in the new crop. Sometimes burn a couple bridges, Ness. We don't care. We still, we support you or your supporters support you.
Yeah, I mean, look, like I said, I've made my fair share of mistakes. So, you know, I definitely am trying to move different in the business. You know, I get it. You knew, so for you burning, I don't think that's the right way, especially not in this. If you want to get ahead and you want to, because like the same managers are going to continue to have new fighters and the same promoters are going to continue to have new fighters. So it's like, it's hard to argue with the help. They ain't going to let you in the restaurant. It's just that simple. You know what I mean? They don't have to either. They got so many other people like us. Like, yes, Am I unique? Are you unique? Yes. Do you have your audience? Do I have my audience? Absolutely. But there's still somebody out there trying to be you and me.
But yeah, but they trying to be you and me. They not you and me.
Let me tell you something. Given the right access, anybody could be great. If a promoter's feeding you every one of his fighters, come on. If you the one getting Earl right now, ain't nobody got Earl. If you the one getting Earl, or you the one getting Pacquiao right now, you will become that. They'd be like, damn, Shan, wait, oh shit, Shan got that Earl access. All of a sudden, it's like, yo, can you get so and so? And now you're on the hunt to get so and so.
Yeah,
you got to feed the beast. You got.
Yeah, I get you in that regard. Well, no, I'm not going to hardly have any more interviews left then for me, because me misopinionated. Like, I just have the people.
But I was the same way when I started. Like you will slightly, kind of level out. You gonna find a happy medium where, like me, like you said, whether it's a meltdown or your daily rant, you still gonna put it in. People still gonna feel you, but you're also not always gonna be taking shots.
No, yeah. So sometimes just chill out. Javi Santana, thank you for that, for the super chat as well. I forgot to say that while we was getting in the wow, there's a lot of comments. The comments is even, I can't even get to the other ones because they've gone up. Another super chat. This is my mandatory guy. This is Mr. Mandatory. Ness, you may be the side guy, but I'm Lady Shan's mandatory of YouTube, big boyfriend. Great content y'all did earlier with Punch Drunk and Showbiz. Told you. Here's Mr. Mando.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
He's trying to get you out of position. You said there's always competition. You better look, Ness. You better look. It'd be me on, he'd do a show. It'd be Shannon, Mr. Double A Mando. You'd be like, where's Shan today? I'm on Double A Mando's channel. Don't worry, Chulo. I got you. Right. I've got so many. There was someone that asked something that I read. This is what somebody asked. Big up. I can't remember who said it in the chat, but it was something that it was still to do with Wilder. That was a great question. Has Wilder, like, when you're in a team, like, Team Wilder, do they influence you in what to, because you said that they tell you kind of what to take off, of your platform.
They don't tell you, but like every fighter you're going to have a relationship with, someone will ask you to take something down, yes.
The fighter or the team, someone in the team.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But does it work reverse?
Listen, you're going to be in the gym. If you take it as serious as me, you'll be in the gym and someone will get hurt right then and there. And they'll be like, yo, do me a favor, don't put that out. Right then and there, while they spawn, they hurt their arm. Yeah. Or they got to be rushed to the hospital right there. Yo, don't put that out. All right.
Even though that will give you like 1 billion views and but
even though that information could sway the betting line.
Because
if you watch the fighter get injured in week 6 of camp and it's an 8-week camp,
it affects everything. I didn't think of it like that. It's a ripple effect. So that can in turn change the whole betting diaspora. Oh yeah, and that's where money. It just changes. It's just boils down to
even how they look in sparring. Even how they look in sparring. They'll come in. They'll talk. Oh, I was sick today. I've been arguing with my girl. It wasn't my best day. Yo, come back tomorrow. Watch. You know what I'm saying? Because they know you watch them look bad. You can say something. Listen. And as far as Wilder, he doesn't influence me. I've been to the camp. See, nobody's ever gonna believe me, because when I was saying this before, I was a Wilder fanboy and I had access. Hopefully now that I'm not with him, they believe it anymore, but it's too late now because he suffered that loss with Fury, so people believe in him less. But man, I've been to a lot of training camps. I mean, Keith, Sean, Danny, Earl, Brooke, Galahad,
You've been in Galahad, Kid Galahad.
I've been on the Sheffield, Manchester, all that. Brooke, Galahad,
That's
Dubai.
where AJ is, not too far from Galahad when he.
I didn't get a chance with AJ, but so many people, you know, Austin Trout, Rashid Warren, Adrian Broner, Lamont Peterson, Anthony Peterson, just so many people. And it's been 12 years. And I've yet to meet another person that has dropped as many people in sparring as Deontay Wilder.
Oh, there's still more to go on with that, but yeah, you know, you brought up Lamont Peterson. I got asked. I was on your show, I think the first day, and somebody from that team hit me up and said, there's a podcast that's run by one of the Petersons. They'd like me on there. I did a Hollywood thing and I went.
Anthony has a fight here, I think, on the 14th in somewhere. Anthony.
I was a bit Hollywood. I said, I'm a bit busy for the next 2 weeks. It's not being Hollywood. It's just like I got to be like, and they was like, this is the Peterson, like Lamont Peterson's son, or I think it's his brother or his son. So I checked it out. It's a small channel, just, you know, gaining up its legs. But I have to be mindful of where I go as well, Ness. It's not everywhere. Like, my time isn't free for everyone. It's got to make sense. I'm come from the world of music, the same thing. I got paid very well in the world of music. Like, and when you start something, you want to be at every radio station, spitting freestyles everywhere so everyone gets to know you. Once you kind of like cement your little place, you pick the things that you want to go to. You pick the things that, instead of doing 9 chess moves to get the queen, you can do 5, you know, instead. And that's where I kind of am with this. Like, I'm mad flattered that a lot of people ask me, come here. But like I said, in the end, it made me sick. Like, I was on everybody's platforms. But it's just funny that you brought the Petersons up. But big up to you guys, because at some point I'll stop acting Hollywood, and the 2 weeks isn't even up yet anyway. So I will come on the show. But yeah, it's funny that you said that. And so is there any times where your camps are not telling you what to put out, what to influence? So, like, for instance, Wilder would hate me as a friend. He would. I'd be so out. I'd be ousted with Mark Breland real quick. Because I'd be like, yo, dude, what, like, how did your water get spiked when we've just got the VADA thing and you're clear?
Yeah, well, you mean you mean during the fight?
Yeah, I'd be like, D, like after the fight, like, D, I'm sorry, like, yeah, you got fucked up out there.
But you say that, but like, truth be told, right? If you really his friend and he really is telling you that he didn't feel right, like, think about it. I would
accept that, though.
Think about it, right? Like, you're AJ's friend, right? And then he comes up to you, he's like, Sham, that shit wasn't me. And you like, it's all good, big man. Everybody losing. He's like, nah, Shan, that shit wasn't me. Yo, I really think McCracken fucking has something in the water.
I'm like, AJ, stop. We wait till the testing comes back.
Your friend.
All right, Age. We'll wait till the testing comes back. VADA testing comes back clear. Age. It ain't that one, you know, King.
Okay, Shan, let's play your game. So now the testing comes back and it shows there's nothing in the system, but he's still telling you, your friend, still telling you, I didn't feel right. My legs wasn't there. I'm telling you, they put something in that water. Something was it. I wasn't feeling right. I fought 40-something times. I never felt this way. Again, this is your friend, and I'm only, you know, characterizing his words and paraphrasing because that's what we can assume, right? Like that he felt betrayed. That's what he called it. He called it disloyal. So again, he's clearly showing you he was friends with Breland and felt betrayed. You know, I get, because I spoke to Blue came on my live when we were friends. You're not my friend anymore, because I'll just keep saying the same thing.
So he's got sick of me. But he come on live a couple times and spent a good few hours. So a shout out to Blue. He's one of my favorite LDVCs. But yeah, he caps. But and I'm quite opinionated. So like, you know, you just capping, and I'd just be like, you're capping. But so in the end, I think he just got sick of it. Which, oh well, good for him. But what I'm saying is, okay, I agree that there looks like something was wrong with Wilder. I did an interview and I interviewed Fred, and we spoke about possible, you know, he said about this COVID. He went to hospital 3 weeks before the fight. He wasn't well. He went to the Vatican like in December, then the ending of January.
For the first fight.
For the first fight, sorry.
Yeah.
No, for the second fight. So this is the first fight.
I thought he went to with the Pope for the first fight. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe there's confusion because I always thought we were talking about the second fight because of him not being well when he got into the ring. Could be wrong, but I think we was talking about the second fight. Maybe he rang the Vatican. Who knows? I weren't there. But we spoke about different possibilities. I'm not a Wilder fan. I wanted Wilder to beat Fury both times. I've gone on record saying it. But I know that he didn't look like there was something. He looked like there was something wrong with him. Cool. But what I'm saying is, as a true friend, I would have to say, yo, Age, like, all right, cool. You didn't look right. Your legs weren't under you. If you think McCracken did that, that's fucked. We'll get him. Like, we'll wait for the VADA testing. But boom, VADA testing comes back, and then all of a sudden, there's no drugs in the system. What do? You say, well, Age, you know what? There was no drugs in your system. Like, I've missed a couple super chats. I know I have. There's no drugs in your system. There was no drugs in yours or XYZ system. What do you do then? Then AJ comes out and says, yo, well done, Shan, man. You know what, man? He hit me a bit harder than last time, man. He must have had loaded gloves. You know, my friend, I'd have to be like, no, you're tripping. You are bugged out right now. Like, that's just me. And if you need to oust me from your camp because I'm your real friend, and I said, no, you're bugging. Like, clearly there was something wrong, but you can't just be saying this. Oh, we're firing McCracken anyway because he threw in the towel. Yeah, but Rob, all right, if you want to sack him because he threw in the towel, Age, cool. But then don't then sack him and then say publicly you think he spiked your water, then you've got no proof. That's where it's wrong. And that's where people in his camp, I'm not saying you, people that was in his like camp should have said, yo, my G, you're going to have to be quiet a little minute. Like, we can't just be all guns blazing talking about the shit that we can't prove. Simple. But yeah, you got people in this camp that are like, yeah, King. Yes, King. Yeah. LDB, salute. Like, nah, bruv. That's why your world is deluded. So I'm just wondering. And then he's got...
I'm just saying.
Go ahead.
For me, like, you know, my boys usually believe what I believe.
What did you believe?
No, I mean, just in general, like, you know.
Yeah, but what did you
my
believe?
Friends usually believe what
what you believe. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
You know what I mean? Like, that's how it is, regardless. Like, that's just.
So, I know what you're saying. So, you's the boxer, you're my mateyness, and you go, fuck, man, I feel like someone spiked my water. Because I'm your pal, I'd be like, yes, I reckon as well.
Not necessarily to that degree, but like not disagree.
Yeah, not disagree.
But just, you know, be there. Like, for real? You think word?
But what about when the water gets proven that there was nothing in it? What do you do as a friend? But
that's the thing, though, Shan. Like, again, you got me walking down this ridiculous street. But my thing is, like, we don't know what could be proved. We don't know if he's telling the truth and what was in his system. You don't know what it is. So you don't know, like, the time, like, even cocaine lasts what, 24 hours? So, like, we don't know. We don't know what was in his system, though. Like, that's his story. I mean, 3 days is That's still more or less than other drugs, is what I'm saying. So
okay,
I don't know what, you know.
okay,
I don't know.
Okay, and then
Matter of fact, with Chris Colbert, I played it around and was like, "Yo, it was roofies."
what do you have in there? Hennessy? You have Hennessy in there?
Yeah,
You got white Hennessy? Yeah, talks mad fast, doesn't he?
But listen. In retrospect, though, we just seen Saturday a dude literally get caught on TV. You know, shaving the pad in the glove. Yeah,
I didn't. Because remember we couldn't see it. Which was this the cruise?
the Fox fight.
I haven't seen it yet. This is what I said to you, True Love, because they haven't transmitted it yet. I have to wait till it comes on YouTube.
But this is why Wilder and his believers are so
strong
hard
with it,
because they're like, look, you think this don't happen, and yeah, I was on the highest level when it happened to me, and you don't believe it. But I mean, corruption is speaking for itself. Every weekend we got some new bullshit. This weekend was gloves and the robbery. Last weekend was just the robbery. Maybe the week before that was
a bit of a semi-robbery the week before, yeah, as well. Like, yeah,
it's always something. So you know, I get people. They're tired. It was too many excuses, but that doesn't mean that some of them just wasn't real. Like, look at Saturday. Like, my man literally got caught. He got caught. So
I need to be up on this story. I heard bits, but because we didn't get it, I'm gonna have to be up on it. Have you touched on it on the show? Did you talk about it on the show?
Slightly. They said, I mean, we definitely touched on it multiple times, but they basically said like that they shaved like padding out the glove. I have to find the article to see what's the wording they use, but basically like
they took some out. I heard whispers about it, like going on the net. I think they just pulled out some of the.
Let me see if something comes up.
Huh?
No, I'm just gonna Google if anything.
Gonna Google it. I'll read some of the comments. Your friend can still be right. Big up my guys, Sammy Lee. Sorry, where the hell you've been? Good. Been going to work and doing your boxing training. Remember, you're using one of my tracks, Ring Walk Time. I spoke to Carlos Takam today, and he said he's in Africa, enjoying himself with the family. And as soon as he's touching back, he's coming back on my show. He's coming back to say hi to everybody. This is where I felt bad because I really like Carlos Takam. He was one of my first interviews on the channel, yeah, and he didn't have to. I didn't even have 1,000 subscribers or nothing like that. And then when I had to do my prediction with, Joe Joyce, so bad because I have to tell the truth. I predicted he wasn't going to win, yeah. So I had to do my prediction, keep it consistent because that's what I do with the fight. And I felt really bad. And then when I watched him fight and I saw him like wash Joyce, in my opinion, for the first 5 rounds. I don't care. You may gave Joe Joyce a pity round, and then he lost. I was like, because even when he was in the locker room, I texted him and I was like, yo, like, good luck. His brother had his phone and he was like, yeah, thanks, Chan. And then when he lost, man, I know what you're saying, the relationship, like, I was out here caping for Takam, caping. I was like, no, this is a robbery. And everyone was like, Shan, you caping. And I was like, I don't care. But I still feel that he should have got a standing 8 count. So I felt bad to, like, when I hit him, like, the next day, I was like, send a voice out. I was like, yeah, just in case you didn't see it, I did predict that he wasn't going to win. But, it's no disrespect, Carlos. There's no disrespect, like, but, like, when you're ready, be back on the show. And then, I saw him look at it and didn't reply. I thought, he in his feelings. So I hit him again. I went, Carlos, I hope, like, you're good. You're my guy. And it's not, I don't care about him coming back on the show. I just like the guy, like his energy. He's just a gentleman. He's just always a nice guy. Like, he works out to my songs. And, but Lady Shan, like, love your music. Just a great guy. Like, I just want to see the best.
Exactly. But you see the position they put you in where now you have to feel almost nervous to tell your truth. Like, it makes no sense. Like, why can't he still like your music? Why can't he still, work out to it and you don't pick him to fucking win?
Yeah. It's because I gotta be. I'm trying to do this analyst thing, innit? I gotta call it how I call it, but I don't mean any disrespect at all. But and Joe Joyce is the home fighter, like, and I didn't go for Joe Joyce because he's the home fighter. I really wanted Takam to win, but I can't sit here and cap and go, yeah, Takam's got this. And I know it is the position that you put in, and it's tough. It is tough. It is tough. Everyone that comes on my show, boxer wise, or like, I do get on with everybody, and they turn me into like little fan girls, like Fabio Wardley. Oh mate, the greatest interview, greatest guy. Like, yeah. I'll watch all his fights now. He knew, like, so it'd be hard to say, like, when he steps up another level, if I'm going to think that he will lose. But I'm going to have to say it, because that's just, I've got to keep it 100. You know, you got to keep it like, did you find it on the Google? Did you find it?
I definitely did. It's called skimming, and he was caught with illegal tape on the gloves. You know, Joe Goosen even seen it from the playback. So yeah, man.
I heard about that, and this is what I heard, that it was they was equating it to what happened with Tyson Fury's gloves, the taping bit, the taping.
Yeah, it says here that
Okay, tell everyone.
Let me see.
So let's get you solo.
It says that commentator and master boxing trainer Joe Goosen pointed out that this is an illegal tape job called skinning the gloves. The idea is to pull the laces tight and high on the wrist to bring the top of the glove closer to the knuckles. Maestra's gloves were corrected and retaped. It might have thrown him off his game. Fox floored Maestra in the second round with a straight left. Things never smoothed out for Maestra. So, yeah, I mean, he was definitely caught. My thing is, I guess if they caught him beforehand, well, they caught him in the locker room, you know? Because all you got to, if you pointed it out, you pointed it out.
Yeah.
And then the committee has to come and, you know, view it and make sure that it's being done properly and have you retape or not. But Shan, you got any more? Because remember, I do got to go live.
You got an evening show, haven't you? Are you going on this evening? All right.
I got my YouTube members only at 7 p.m.
I'll have you. Look at me holding you up, but yeah, that's what happens when we talk. All right, yeah, you kicked it out on your phone. We cleared that. Okay, yeah, couple little type things. Members, he's coming. So Lou DiBella got you today, which I'm so glad, because you said Canelo weren't the A side and that Caleb Plant was. We've been laughing at you from before this, and I'm so glad that Lou DiBella came and told you Canelo is always the A side. How do you feel about that?
I felt justified, because he still gave tons of respect to the lead promoter and taught people what they didn't know about the lead promoter, which is Caleb Plant's position and the position of power that he's in. So Lou, you know, hopefully people didn't just listen to Lou say, well, no, A side's always going to be the A side, because he clearly said that Caleb is in a very strong position, being able to offer all that money.
So done with that topic, man. That topic, this is just back and forth. Give you a shout out. You need to spell my name with 2 M's. Wilder's Groupie Sports TV. Shout out to you. All right. Okay. So that's what. And thoughts on British boxing. So you saw Kid Galahad obtain the vacant IBF belt that Josh Warrington vacated, and then got the brakes beaten off him by the Mexicano, Lara. How do you feel about that fight?
Oh, Galahad's?
Yeah.
Happy for him. I've been a Galahad fan for a long time. He's been on my show a long time ago. Like I said, I went to his training camp out there in Sheffield. I got to watch good old Barry spar. So I'm happy he was able to become world champion. I remember he came over here and lost, I think, versus Toka Khan, right? Yeah. You know, so that was a bit upsetting that he lost to Toka. No one expected that. And then, you know, Shakur beat the brakes off Toka. So happy for Galahad. I mean, he became a real world champion. And he's the right talker, you know. You heard him, like, this is the real world champion. This don't say regular. Like, you need a champion like that. You need someone that's proud and a little bit flamboyant.
Exactamente. And okay, well, Ned, this is what we're gonna do.
What we doing?
You wanna come back on like next week?
Sure.
And because there's so many questions and so much stuff, and like me and you do chop it up.
We doing part 2 then. Part 2.
Yeah, we do a round 2. We do it. So yeah, we're doing round 2. I thank you so much for coming on, Chulo. Massively appreciate it.
Thank you for inviting me on. You know,
you're always welcome. You're
glad
always welcome.
everybody tuned in. Hopefully, whoever isn't already subscribed to my YouTube channel,
yeah, tell them all about your channel, where they can find you in your social media, please.
Yes, please. If you're not already subscribed, if you've never listened, I'm begging. Come on over, check it out. We talk boxing every single day to get you through your morning commute. When you're at the gym, you're on that treadmill. TBV is talking and working, trying to get the biggest and best names on the show daily. Shout out to our producer Brandon in Houston, and thank you to Lady Sean for having me on. I really appreciate it.
Massively. Where can they find you on Instagram as well?
Same thing, at The Boxing Voice on all forms of social media. Catch me live right now at 7 p.m. on YouTube members only for Untitled. It's we talk boxing, but we sit back, relax, and talk a little bit of everything. I might have to get Lady Shan on there because we talk everything. Like it'll be everything. And then our patrons ask us questions, so they could be personal, they could be boxing related, it could be movies, whatever. So
yeah, I'd love to come and do that one. So whenever you're ready, I'll be happy to do so. Different topics and stuff. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Yeah, everybody loved you, Ness. Everybody loved you.
I'm glad. Everybody. I don't normally get that. Not everybody usually likes me, so I guess it's your audience is just nice.
They're just nicer than your ones. Yeah, that's what it is. But no, it's all good. We'll do round 2. You get over and everybody, if you need to go over to Ness's The Boxing Voice, same on Instagram, THA Boxing Voice, and find him there. And and we'll do a round 2. Ness, salute, Chula. See you tomorrow.
All right. Bye, Shan. Take it
Bye
easy.
Bye. See you
later, guys.
See you. Yes, that was Chulo. Ness the Gibbs. That we could talk for hours and hours. Like, yeah, we could butt heads. But the thing I always say about Ness that I really like, because I know I get on his nerves on the show sometimes, and I know we'll butt heads, but he doesn't ever hold a grudge. He just lets it, all right, she's pissed me off for a minute. All right, he's pissed me off for a minute. And then we leave it, and then we just carry on doing what we're doing. So, yeah, that's what I really, because a lot of people get, I'm not going to speak to you again. So, yeah, I appreciate that. Guys, man, you guys have been amazing. Let's go through all the shouts out. The shout out. I'll go from the top. I know I've missed a lot. Silvestri, Breland is a legend. Shouts out to you, Silvestri. Fish the door, always see you in my comments and always a great supporter. Massive thanks. JK Green, take a blood test immediately. That would be my advice. Yeah, they for the VADA testing. I think they do that. I think some even the hair strand, blood, and urine. But my friend who's a PhD in chemistry was telling me all about that. Big up Sammy Ali. Big up, it's a cold winter. Canopy, Blue Blood. Troy Graham in the building. Boom. Who else have we got? You guys were sending in thingies. Legs weren't right. Who you got in his head? Sufam. Big up to you. Intrigue. Big up to you. Guys, can you like the video so it can do its thing? And also maybe share it to your friends and family that's always interested in boxing. Derek, you know, mi hermano, mi hombre. You're my guy. We met online and we have nothing but bants and jokes all the time. Derek, when I see your name come up, I just start laughing. You know why? Because of the Mike Tyson interview. Remember, I was like, go watch the Mike Tyson with Lil Boozy. We've been kins since then. Thank you so much because you always support me from different platforms. From shouts out to Mark Nash. Go over to there and MARQ Nash, and he does a great show where he mixes it up, chops it up about boxing, current events and affairs, hip hop, all different stuff. Derek is one of the mods there, and we have a good laugh from dusk till dawn, literally, don't we, Derek? Bang Mateo, big up. Yeah, I'll have to agree with that. Who else have we got? We've got shouts out to Mackin. Oh, Mackin and Cheese. You was on the Boxing Voice, I think last night or today. Heard your name being mentioned. Shouts out to you. Mike Thompson, shouts out to you. Lisa Bales in the building. The Queen is in the building. That is my sister. All hail the Bales. Kurt, you know I've taken your bar scene. I've taken it and ran with it. Come to your trap, take over your trap. This is what we do. Like Mal, shouts out to Coach Malachi, New Media Today, USA. Go check out his channel. Go and subscribe. You will be highly amused. But the receipts are dropped. And it's a mic drop. I love his show. I was actually glad that my show started later after his now today because, you know, his show was amazing. Karma Serena in the building. Didn't see you there, Carms. I didn't. Salute to you, Queen. Rolling with the punches. Salute to you, King. JK Green. I knew the answer real quick. Ignorant Boxing, mi hermano. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Todo bien allí? Who else have we got? Jamba. We got, you guys were in the building. New Media Today, USA Boxing. That's what we got. Head over to Coach Malachi. Definitely do the damn thing. Thanks for the soup. Paul Evans. Super chat from Wales. What part are you from? I used to always go to Tiger Bay. Always used to be there. School trip to Aberystwyth. Surrounded by flies. I got put on report. Place is too much flies, too country. Can't do that on some geology trip. Thank you for the half a quarter of a dub on your girl. Hey, Leroy. You know, I have to take your... Mal, I'm taking your shit. But yeah, guys, it has been amazing. Lady is a boxing fan. Southern realist. Thank you. Malcolm Marcel. Guys, you sent in a lot. But I want you... Thank you, Derek. I had a lot of fun. We will get Chulo in. We'll do it next week, and we will do round 2 for show. Anyway, I've got to go. Anyway, I'm done. Hey, girl, it's Leah the Sham rep, none less. Come box with Shan. Gun. Rah. Get your Dundem Season merchandise. Come on, rock with me. DundemSeason.com. Gun. Rah.